Now we're going to create a profile. So first we're going to go over to the profile panel and click New. We're going to enter in a profile name and sample rate. And the sample rate of the data we're going to use here is 1000 Hertz, so we can leave this as is. And now we're going to add some files. So there's two ways to do this. We can click on the plus button or use the Smart Fill tool. So clicking the plus button will just navigate through to our test data, pick any one of these files. And if we look at the file name, we can see that there's three experimental parameters for this particular data set. There is a participant, an experimental condition, music or silence in this case, and a trial number. So we need to add in three parameters and then enter in all this information manually. Now you can probably already see that if you've got lots of data files, this is going to be quite an inconvenience. So we're going to look at the Smart Fill tool, which is going to make this a lot easier. So let's get rid of this file we just added and click on the Smart Fill. There's instructions here. Please select a sample data file by clicking Select Sample File below. So we'll just click any one of our data files. Again, we can see that all these files follow the same pattern of participant dash experimental condition dash trial number. And if we peek inside, we'll see that this data has two header lines and two channels of data. So now we're going to select all parameters in the file name, starting with the participant. So SmartFill found 9 different participants, which is correct. Now the condition, and it found 2 of those. And lastly the trial, and it found 10. So basically what SmartFill is doing is it's going through and looking for files that match this pattern. So there it is. All of your data is then going to be added in. And not only that, but all of the different experimental parameters will be extracted. So now just a bit of housekeeping. Let's name these parameters. So edit names. Participant, condition, and trial. And now edit the channel names. So we saw 2 channels in that sample data file we looked inside. The first one was time, and the second one was the electromyogram, or EMG. We don't really care about the time column, so we're not going to include it. And we can see that FeatureFinder correctly determined that there were 2 header lines and 2 channels in our data. And there's our data.